It has been 3 years since Italy emerged as the champions in the highly emotional post-COVID Euro tournament. Italy has been regarded as the dominant force in Europe during this period. However, every game comes to an end, and every king must eventually relinquish their throne. Now is the perfect time for us to discover the new European champion. But let's not rush, as the game is far from over, with a total of 24 candidates vying for the title. These 24 teams will be divided into 6 groups to commence a competition that promises to be exciting and explosive. Now let's explore the first set of group matches together. In Group A, it seems like this is an incredibly unpredictable group. Germany, of course, is the seeded team and a contender for the championship. However, this is definitely not an easy group, as the other 3 teams possess almost equal strength and are capable of giving the German team a tough time in the group stage. Group A has garnered a lot of attention from fans, especially with the presence of the host team, Germany. Although Die Mannschaft hasn't been highly regarded in recent years, hosting the Euro tournament on home soil has changed the landscape. Their successful friendly matches against France and the Netherlands in March have helped restore confidence among the fans. Even Opta statistics rate the German team as the 3rd highest favorite for the title, with a 12.4% chance, trailing behind France with 19.1% and England with 19.9%. The return of Toni Kroos has breathed new life into the German national team. The 34-year-old player was instrumental in creating Florian Wirtz's opening goal in a friendly match against France, taking only 7 seconds. As a 6-time Champions League winner, Kroos not only contributes on the field but also creates a positive atmosphere in the Die Mannschaft dressing room. The Scottish national team qualified for the Euro finals by finishing 2nd in their qualifying group, which included teams like Spain, Norway, and Georgia. Scotland performed admirably, securing 5 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss. Notably, they achieved a 2-0 victory over the Spanish national team. Steve Clarke is the current coach of the Scottish team, and if you're a Chelsea fan, you might be familiar with him as he is a legend of the club. Clarke played for Chelsea from 1987 to 1998. He took charge of the Scottish national team in 2019 and has achieved some success since then. However, Scotland had a disappointing performance in the Euro 2021 finals, securing only 1 draw and suffering 2 defeats, which resulted in their elimination in the group stage. Therefore, Euro 2024 presents an opportunity for Clarke to demonstrate his capabilities and lead Scotland to a better performance. The Swiss national team created a surprise in the last Euro tournament by defeating France in a penalty shootout in the round of 16. They were only stopped by Spain in the quarterfinals, also in a nail-biting penalty shootout. These performances showcase that Switzerland is not an easy team to overcome, despite facing tough opponents. However, their form since the 2022 World Cup has not been ideal. In the Euro 2024 qualifying campaign, Switzerland was considered the strongest team in Group Y. However, they could only finish in 2nd place, trailing behind Romania by 5 points. Nonetheless, their recent friendly match against Estonia, which ended in a convincing 4-0 victory, can serve as motivation for Switzerland to aim for success in the upcoming Euro tournament. Finally, let's talk about the Hungarian national team. This Central European country is expected to be an interesting dark horse in this tournament. Since taking charge in 2018, coach Marco Rossi has gradually made Hungarian football stronger. In the previous Euro 2021 tournament, Hungary found themselves in the group of death alongside Portugal, France, and Germany. It seemed like Hungary would struggle in this group, but they surprised everyone. They held France and Germany to draws and only conceded a late goal against Portugal. With key players like Captain Dominik Szoboszlai, Péter Gulacsy, and Roland Salai in their squad, Hungary will undoubtedly be one of the most exciting teams to watch in this year's Euro tournament. If we have to choose a group of death, it would undoubtedly be Group B, featuring Spain, Croatia, and Italy. Spain is the reigning champion of the UEFA Nations League. Croatia will be playing in an intense tournament to bid farewell to Luka Modric, and Italy is the defending European champion. It remains to be seen if any of these giants will stumble, especially considering the intriguing presence of Albania in the group as well. Let's wait and see if Group B turns out to be the group of death at this year's Euro, featuring the defending champions Italy, Spain, Croatia, and Albania. Italy, despite being the reigning champion, is being heavily underestimated in their ability to defend their title. There are several reasons for this, such as entering the tournament as the fourth seed. Yes, it's true that their disappointing performance in the qualifiers pushed Gli Azzurri down to this seed despite being the reigning champions. Moreover, their recent form hasn't been convincing, especially since their defeat to North Macedonia in the World Cup 2022 playoffs. That loss not only resulted in Italy missing out on the World Cup for the second consecutive time, but it also extended their poor run of form in the following 2 years. In their last 23 international matches, Italy has only managed 12 wins, 5 draws, and suffered 6 defeats, resulting in a win rate of just 52.3%, an alarmingly low figure. The main concern for the Italian national team lies in their attacking prowess, as they have not produced a top-class striker in recent years. This was evident in their recent friendly match against Turkey, where they were held to a goalless draw. Italy faces numerous challenges heading into the tournament, but that doesn't mean we should underestimate the team coached by Luciano Spalletti. In the previous Euro 2021 tournament, not many had high expectations for Italy, yet they ultimately emerged as champions. Therefore, it remains uncertain whether the Azzurri will be able to replicate that success once again. Alongside Italy, Spain is considered a strong contender for the Euro Championship this year. Although they may not have a squad filled with star players like England or France, when they come together as a team, they form a cohesive unit. Particularly, their strength lies in the midfield, with the presence of the world's best midfielder, Rodri, making Spain one of the teams with the strongest midfield in the tournament, on par with England and France. It's no coincidence that in their last 5 matches, La Roja has averaged a ball possession rate of 70.8%. This is one of the key elements that helps Spain secure victories in their matches. Furthermore, they possess a dynamic full-back named Alex Grimaldo, who plays for Bayer Leverkusen. He has been one of the most impressive performers in the past season, contributing 12 goals and 19 assists in 51 appearances across all competitions. Having such excellent crossing abilities provides opportunities for target forwards like Morata to capitalize on and score goals, while the second-line players can also be dangerous with their follow-up shots. This adds another dimension to Spain's attacking threat at Euro this time around. The encounter between Spain and Italy is highly anticipated because in the previous 3 Euro tournaments, they faced each other 4 times, with Italy having the upper hand with 2 wins and 1 draw, while Spain won 1 match. La Roja will undoubtedly be eager to settle the score and repay the debt that the Azzurri inflicted on them in the Euro 2021 semifinals. Among the 3 big teams in the group, Croatia is considered the lowest-rated national team, which is quite understandable as their golden generation is aging and no longer maintaining their peak performance. However, saying that Croatia is underrated doesn't mean they lack something special. Remember, in the 2022 World Cup, despite not being highly regarded, they still managed to finish the tournament with a silver medal. In this Euro tournament, a similar scenario could unfold. Croatia may not be the frontrunners, but with the opportunity for 4 third-place teams to advance to the knockout stage, it presents an excellent chance for Croatia to become the dark horse of the competition. Lastly, we have the Albanian national team, who may be the second seed in the group, but they are considered the lowest-rated team due to their lackluster performance, reputation, and FIFA ranking. However, the Albanian team of 2024 is worth watching. They impressively topped their qualifying group, which included the likes of the Czech Republic and Poland. This achievement is truly commendable. Of course, not many people have faith in Albania's chances of advancing, but who knows, there might be an interesting surprise in this group of death. Group C has a similar dynamic to Group A, where England is the strongest team, but they are surrounded by three smaller teams that can cause some discomfort. So can Harry Kane and his teammates overcome these challenges and advance to the knockout stage? Let's briefly analyze Group C. Group C features the top-rated contender at Euro, the England national team. Alongside them, Denmark and Serbia will be intriguing variables, while Slovenia is considered the dark horse of the tournament. All of these teams will contribute to an exciting group stage. Undoubtedly, England and Denmark are the two strongest teams in this group. Both teams reached the semi-finals in Euro 2020, and interestingly, they faced each other in the semi-finals, where despite Denmark taking an early lead, they ultimately fell to England in extra time. An England team with a star-studded lineup is undoubtedly the first thing that grabs our attention in this group. They convincingly topped their qualifying group with an unbeaten record. Bringing football home remains the ultimate goal for the England national team in major tournaments, even though they possess a formidable attacking force with players like Foden, Harry Kane, Bukayo Saka, Jude Bellingham, not to mention the surplus of talent in the likes of Cole Palmer, Ollie Watkins, and even the omissions of Jack Grealish and James Maddison from the final squad show the abundance of attacking options. However, the story is quite different when it comes to their defense. In Gareth Southgate's first World Cup in 2018, England had a formidable defense consisting of Kyle Walker, Kieran Trippier, Harry Maguire, and John Stones. After 6 years, only 3 of those names remain, and while they may have aged, they bring along the experience of previous matches. Next, Denmark, who brought a surprise to Euro 2020, faced a shock after the unexpected incident involving Christian Eriksen. However, under the guidance of Kasper Hjulmand, they played exceptionally well and reached the semi-finals. Nevertheless, their early exit in the group stage of the 2022 World Cup, finishing at the bottom of their group, raised doubts about the strength of the Danish team. What gives them confidence in this tournament is the addition of Rasmus Højlund to their attacking line. He is the top scorer in the qualifying group stage, with Manchester United's forward being the most prolific goal scorer in Group H. If England is considered a familiar opponent from the previous Euro, fate has led Denmark to face Slovenia, their group stage rival in the qualifiers. Slovenia has made us doubt the perceived strength of Denmark, despite finishing first in their group. When considering secondary statistics, Denmark falls behind Slovenia in terms of goals scored and conceded. However, due to their superior head-to-head record, Kasper Hjulmand's team is ranked higher than Slovenia. The Slovenian team's lineup is not highly regarded, with only Jan Oblak and Benjamin Šeško considered as stars. However, in this squad, we also witness the comeback of Josip Ilicic, who had previously struggled with depression after experiencing infidelity in his marriage. The former Atalanta striker has returned to his homeland and joined Maribor. He has been called back to the national team after a 2-year absence and immediately scored a goal in the latest friendly match against Armenia. The remaining team is Serbia, the White Eagles, who are considered to be on par with Denmark due to their star-studded lineup featuring Vlahovic, Dusan Tadic, Mitrovic, and Milinkovic-Savic. Serbia is also a familiar face at the World Cup, having participated in 3 out of the last 4 tournaments. However, this is their first time qualifying for the European Championship since gaining independence in 2006. The predicted order of the group stage would be England, Denmark, Slovenia, and Serbia. The next group is Group D, which features the presence of France. France is clearly superior to the other 3 teams, but the most exciting match could be the clash between the Netherlands and Austria. Over the past 3 years, under the guidance of Ralf Rangnick, the Austrian team has made significant progress and promises to create surprises this year. Just as Group C is not lacking in excitement with England, who Opta considers as the #1 contender, France is also a strong contender, ranking second and trailing the Three Lions by only 0.8%. Additionally, this group also includes the Netherlands, the Orange Whirlwind, whose defense is currently considered the strongest in the European Championship. With their experience and reputation, they are expected to be the first hurdle for the French national team. The remaining opponents, Austria and Poland, also have Euro experience and are not easy teams to be underestimated. The French national team will naturally be the highest-rated team as they have achieved impressive results in recent times, especially since the emergence of Kylian Mbappé. However, their performance in the previous Euro tournament was unacceptable. As the reigning world champions, Les Bleus were eliminated in the round of 16 after Mbappé missed the only penalty shootout against Switzerland. In the Euro 2016 tournament, which took place on home soil, they suffered a bitter defeat, losing by a single goal in extra time to Portugal. Clearly, Euro is a competition that the French people want to reclaim their reputation in. However, this will not be an easy task given the formidable opponents in their group. In addition, there is another coincidental arrangement, like in Group C, where France and the Netherlands were also opponents in the Group H qualifiers. Unlike Slovenia, which had a better goal difference than Denmark but still finished second, the Netherlands suffered a comprehensive defeat against France. In fact, if it weren't for the draw against Greece in the final match, the Gaulois Rooster could have ended the qualifiers with a perfect record. The Netherlands was once famous for the Dutch trio, a whirlwind of orange that always produced quality strikers. However, in this edition of the Euro, that phenomenon seems to have faded, and instead, they possess arguably the strongest defense in the tournament, akin to the way this country owns the Afsluitdijk, a monumental dike. With players like Virgil van Dijk, Matthijs de Ligt, Nathan Ake, and Mickey van de Ven, their defense resembles a world wonder. The Netherlands came close to causing an upset when they were only defeated in a penalty shootout by the reigning champions Argentina in the 2022 World Cup. Another similarity between France and the Netherlands is that they were both defeated by a team in the World Cup and subsequently appointed Ronald Koeman as their coach. Koeman's debut was surprising as they suffered a 0-4 loss to France. However, anything can happen, and the Orange Whirlwind will hope to seek revenge and make a comeback. Don't forget about the remaining opponents. The Austrian national team under Ralf Rangnick is also formidable. After a difficult period when they were relegated in the Nations League, Austria has made a strong comeback under this coach. Das team has gradually revived with a high-pressure and highly uncomfortable playing style. In the qualifiers, Austria defeated Sweden in both matches and secured their place in the finals as the second seed. Despite not having the services of team captain David Alaba, the Austrian team under Ralf Rangnick brings discomfort to their opponents in the midfield, with products from the Red Bull system, including Baumgartner, Nicolas Seiwald, Konrad Laimer, and Sabitzer. Although they may not have a superstar of the highest caliber in this Euro, it should be noted that the Austrian team is currently on a 6-match winning streak, including victories against Germany and a tennis set they dedicated to Turkey. Making their 5th consecutive appearance in the finals, Poland, led by the leading figure Robert Lewandowski, will be a formidable obstacle. The Barcelona forward will return to Germany, where he spent 12 years playing football and achieved club-level glory. However, Poland should not be overestimated as they struggled to advance through the qualifiers, relying on the playoff round, despite having a relatively weak group. Alongside Lewandowski, players like Szczesny, Zielinski, and Kiwior may find it challenging to make a significant difference. The opponents in this group pose even tougher challenges compared to their counterparts, and even if they fail to advance past the group stage, it wouldn't be a terrible outcome since they were eliminated at this stage in 3 out of the previous 4 tournaments. It's not difficult to predict the group standings, with France, the Netherlands, Austria, and Poland in that order. Group E will be a slightly subdued group as the teams in this group have fewer star players compared to Belgium, who are predicted to advance to the knockout stage along with Ukraine. However, will Slovakia and Romania accept their fate or rise strongly to secure a spot in the next round? Let's delve a little deeper. Group E of this Euro will feature 4 teams: Belgium, Slovakia, Romania, and Ukraine. Looking at the aforementioned representatives, Belgium is naturally the top contender for advancing and finishing at the top of the group. Throughout their history, Belgium has been a formidable national team in the world of football, with their best World Cup performance being a third-place finish in the largest football tournament in 2018, where they defeated the England national team twice, once in the group stage and once in the bronze medal match. However, that was 6 years ago, and since then, things have changed significantly. Belgium still has quality players in their squad, but they have all passed their peak. The squad for this summer, under coach Domenico Tedesco, will feature experienced names like Jan Vertonghen, Axel Witsel, Kevin De Bruyne, Romelu Lukaku, along with the combination of young and talented players, notably Jeremy Doku. The midfielder, who is currently with Manchester City, had a highly successful debut season with the Etihad Stadium team, displaying speed, skill, and excellent ball control. At times, he even kept a star like Jack Grealish, worth hundreds of millions, on the bench. One regrettable absence that many fans find hard to understand is goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois, who recently had an outstanding performance in the final with Real Madrid. According to Opta statistics, the Belgian national team has a 5% chance of winning the tournament and a 48.5% chance of reaching the quarterfinals. With the hope resting on Kevin De Bruyne, fans expect that Belgium's experienced squad will experience a resurgence in this Euro tournament. Compared to the other teams, Ukraine is the most likely candidate to compete for the top spot in Group E, alongside Belgium. Under the leadership of the legendary Andriy Shevchenko, the Ukrainian national team reached the quarterfinals in Euro 2020 before losing to the England national team. In Euro 2024, another Ukrainian legend, former midfielder Serhiy Rebrov, will take on the role of head coach. The team has hopes pinned on players who are currently competing in the English Premier League, such as defenders Oleksandr Zinchenko and Vitaly Mykolenko, as well as Chelsea winger Mykhailo Mudryk. Although they had to go through a narrow door to secure their place in this summer's tournament, Ukraine is still expected to be one of the promising teams capable of challenging the big names and making things difficult for their opponents. As for Romania, they are also an unpredictable factor. They went through the qualifying round with an unbeaten record, 6 wins and 4 draws. This achievement allowed coach Edward Iordanescu's squad to secure an early ticket to Germany before the final 2 rounds. For Slovakia, many people will surely remember a Czechoslovakia that made a significant impact in the past. However, after a series of historical events, those are just things of the past. Since then, Slovakia has not been able to replicate similar achievements as their predecessors. In the most recent Euro tournament, they were eliminated in the group stage. In Group E this time, Slovakia is considered to have very low chances of advancing. The final group, the group of Ronaldo and Portugal, is definitely hot. Portugal is undoubtedly the strongest team, but watching the Czech Republic and Turkey play still gives a sense of concern for coach Roberto Martinez and his team. If they let the top spot ticket slip into the hands of other teams, Portugal's journey will undoubtedly become more challenging than ever before. In Group F, Portugal is undoubtedly the most notable and highly regarded team in the tournament. They stand out not only for their strength, but also because fans eagerly anticipate the presence of superstar Cristiano Ronaldo. This Euro tournament might be the last time we see CR7 representing the national team as a player. And naturally, fans hope for a grand finale where he leaves a special mark and secures another triumph with the national team. Joining Portugal in Group F are Turkey, Georgia, and the Czech Republic. Let's first discuss the chances of these teams advancing from the group stage. According to Opta's predictions, Portugal is the clear frontrunner in the group and highly likely to advance as the group winner. The European champions are estimated to have a 59.5% chance of finishing first in Group F and a 25% chance of finishing second. A strong candidate for the remaining spot would be Turkey, with a 21.3% chance of finishing first in the group and a 34% chance of finishing second. Compared to the Czech Republic and Georgia, it's evident that the quality of Portugal and Turkey's squads is significantly higher. Portugal breezed through the Euro 2024 qualifiers with a perfect record of 10 wins, scoring 36 goals and conceding only 2. This is a clear indication that Ronaldo and his teammates will be formidable contenders for the championship title. According to Opta's predictions, the European champions currently rank 5th in terms of their chances of winning Euro this time, with a probability of 9.2%. For the Turkish national team, they are also a highly formidable group. They enter Euro as the winners of Group D in the qualifying rounds, surpassing quality teams like Croatia. After 8 matches, Turkey only suffered a single defeat in the first game and remained unbeaten in the following 7 matches. In this Euro tournament, Hakan Çalhanoğlu will continue to be the hope of Turkey. He recently won the Serie A title with Inter Milan. Additionally, Arda Güler will be another noteworthy player, having just won the Champions League with Real Madrid. For the Czech Republic, Patrik Schick is the most highly anticipated player in the national team. The forward, born in 1996, was the joint top scorer in Euro 2020. In the hearts of many fans, they will surely remember his long-range goal against Scotland. Patrik Schick has also recently had a remarkable journey with Bayer Leverkusen and is expected to continue his excellent form in this Euro tournament. As for Georgia, many people may not have high expectations for their chances of advancing in the tournament. However, with stars like Kavica Kvaratskhelia, they can certainly be considered an unpredictable factor in Group F. Earlier, we briefly covered the 6 groups for the upcoming Euro 2024 tournament. The groups this year are fairly evenly distributed, except for Group B. The remaining groups appear to have relatively balanced strength, promising an exciting competition right from the group stage. Now, it's time for your predictions. Which strong teams do you think might stumble in the early stages of the tournament? Please comment below. Goodbye, and see you in the next videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss out on exciting content in the future.